It's the end. On 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And the Grizzlies on friendly ground as they continue this homestand. This their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season. The previous season series split right down the middle. These teams were quite evenly matched.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
For Rudy Gobert, he is one of 4 players, Doris, to win Defensive Player of the Year 3 times.
And you think back, Kevin, he was a late first-round pick in 2013, probably has exceeded all expectations. He has obviously cemented himself as one of the all-time defenders in NBA history.
Out to Edwards. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now the Grizzlies with it. Pass to Williams. Morant surveying the D. After 2 consecutive first-round exits, Greg, the Timberwolves are looking to take that next step.
And with Anthony Edwards at the helm, I think they will soon. But you have to remember, he is only 22 years old. And when your star is that young, you typically have to endure some growing pains before breaking through.
Paul, right side. And he banks in the layup.
Chris Paul opportunistic on the inside in that instance.
And here are the Grizzlies now. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to wrap.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam. Now here's Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Gobert double teamed. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Paul. A 3. That shot is off. Morant with some nice D. Driving. Oh!
You got to be kidding. Marcus Smart does a little bit of everything. You love to see him sharing the rock.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Minnesota. 4-point game. Now here's Paul. Morant with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's like reading a picture book for Morant. He makes it look insanely easy.
Paul goes in. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now Paul. Following the miss by John Morant from deep. And finished off by Morant.
Out and the open court, few defenders can match up with Morant. He's too fast and skilled.
Here's Paul, and it's good. 2 points. Paul's got 6.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Smart. Jackson down low. The rebound by Anderson.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Ball left side. Driving to the basket. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. Morant outside. Outside, Smart. Pass to Adams. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, Steven Adams was a bit raw when he entered the league, but you can see right there how sound he has become as a finisher on the interior.
Now here's Paul. 8 points for him. Taken away by Williams. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Timberwolves trailed by 4. Paul surveying the floor. The shot missing. Williams with the defensive effort. So it's the Grizzlies now. Morant with it. He's picked up by Paul. And Morant throws it down.
And the agility, the hops, Morant just explodes off the floor.
Pass to McDaniels. This one for 3. The rebound by Steven Adams. And Adams has got the ball here for Memphis. 6-point lead. Morant with a wide open look. Second chance effort. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
And Edwards with the stuff.
Is there anybody better than Chris Paul at putting the ball on time and on target?
Now here's Morant. 10 points for him. Jackson down low. The kick out to Adams. Back to Jackson. 5 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And here is Paul. 8 points for him. Right side, Edwards. Kicks it out to Paul. No good off the back of the rim. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Great for a franchise like Memphis. Is there a specific way they have to build?
Through the draft. I mean, they aren't going to get the huge A-list free agents, so you have to hit on your picks. You also have to keep your guys happy. Sign them to smart extensions.
And finished off by Edwards.
How about Anthony Edwards? The bounce. Go ahead, Ant.
Inside. Stolen by Anderson. There's the 3. Rebound by Williams.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Adams outside. Back to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Smart goes in. Minnesota with the rebound. Pass to McDaniels. Outside, Edwards. Wide open look. Good. He hits the jump shot. Edwards got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Grizzlies. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be right back after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Desmond Bane went to a small high school. He says, I was the biggest guy every game I played, so I was just getting to the rim. I didn't know how good of a shooter I was until I got to college. Now in the NBA, where does he rank himself? He says, other than Steph Curry, you're going to have to show me someone better. Kevin?
Oh, David, I love the confidence. Thanks so much. And with another turnover here.
Substitution on the court.
Minnesota in the lead. Outside Conley. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Now the Timberwolves with it. There's the screen. Down low. Here's Miller. Off target at the rim. Outside Rose. Pass to Aldama. Back to Rose. To the paint. Here's Kennard. Shot clock at 5. For the 3. Rose, no good. And when you look at Derrick Rose's career, Doris, always a fan favorite.
You know what, Kevin? I think people love that this is a guy who refused to quit. He certainly had made enough money in his career to let the injuries just do their part and end his career. Instead, he fights and he fights and he fights, and he adjusts and is willing to be a lesser role on a winning team. You have to love that spirit.
Pass to Clark. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Now, here's Reed. Back to Conley. To the middle. Here's Brown. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Now it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Back to Rose. Picked by Clark. To the inside. Trying to get something going. Miller grabs the miss. Minnesota leading by 6. Lets it go with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Now here's Conley. No scoring in this one. Pass to Reed. Shoots over Aldama. And the shot is long.
I'm sure if he had the chance to do that possession over again, he would not have taken the shot.
That's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
Now, here's Clark. Here's Kennard. And he slams it one-handed.
Okay, Luke Kennard, we see you rocking the rim. My goodness, a little bounce.
Minnesota with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Here is Conley. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. throws, attacking. Pass to Kennard. Picked by Clark. Kennard's shot is off. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Here's Alexander Walker. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Now here's Reed. Clock at 4. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Well, here we are talking about Timberwolves greats. One player standing out to me, and Doris, I know to you. That's Kevin Garnett.
I don't think there is any debate that KG is #1. He is Minnesota's all-time leader in points, assists, rebounds, steals, and blocks. My goodness, what a career.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And a big concern for players and coaches is the consistency of officiating. Greg, do you like that argument?
It's tough when one night something is a foul and the next night it isn't. There's some gray area, obviously, and it'd be good for the league to try and clarify how they want things called.
That free throw missing. Hey, Greg, gritty is a word that is often used to describe the Grizzlies teams.
And I think it applies to this unit as well. These guys are all tenacious and hungry. They play every game with a healthy chip on their shoulder. They love to compete.
Got a piece of it. Outside Conley. Miller surveying the floor. Second shot opportunity. And he hits the jump shot. Miller's got the lead up to 8 now for the Timberwolves.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Now here's Morant for 3. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
We all know Ja's capability to fill it up, and he is showing it here tonight.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Miller outside. That one's not going to go. Adams, some nice D. The Grizzlies trailed by 5. Now Williams. Back to Smart. A 3 ball. Miller grabs the miss. And the Timberwolves with possession. There's 48 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Reed. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis. At the elbow, Williams. Stolen by Reed. Here's Conley. Miller outside. Out to Conley. Spins on the high post. And the shot goes in. Conley's got his first points in this one.
Well, smart shot selection from Mike Conley, right? Just get into your mid-range bag and complete the play. He does so there.
You're smart. No good on the last second attempt there. And the first half is now in the books. Minnesota on top, leading by 7. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Morant outside. The layup missed. Paul with the ball. Clock at 6. It's good. The best. basket. He's now 5 for 9.
Chris Paul not only has a great handle, but man, his footwork is so good.
And Doris, here we're looking at Jaden McDaniel's stats. He's clearly been stepping up his game.
He has, Kevin. It's always fun to see a young talent develop their skill set, build real confidence, and Jaden's starting to carve out his space in this league.
Entering the league as a defensive stopper and a hustle guy, Greg, Marcus Smart has really rounded out his game.
And Kevin, he's put in the work, retooled his shooting mechanics, playmaking style, but what's been most consistent, he still steps up in the biggest moments on both sides of the ball.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to McDaniels. Here is Edwards. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Smart. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Memphis. Trailing by 10. Outside Jackson. Ball's knocked loose. Timberwolves leading by 10. Three-pointer. A nice shot by McDaniels. McDaniels got himself on the board with 3 there.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, the Grizzlies' backcourt is in the conversation for the best starting backcourt in the league. Desmond Bain says Ja is obviously the focus, and that's why I feel like we're a good combo. If they want to sell out on him and pack in the paint, then that leaves me open on the perimeter to do my damage. Kevin, back to you.
And he does a lot of damage. David, thanks. A great tandem indeed. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, sometimes we bemoan the lack of physicality in the league these days. That is not something that applies to Mr. Steven Adams.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Down low. Outside for Jackson. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And there it is for him. Jackson's got his second bucket tonight.
And how about the strength of Jackson there? Uses it whenever he's going up inside and fighting through the contact.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
So it's Minnesota now. Pass to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Outside, Smart. Morant outside. Tries to save it. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Well, we know that scoring in the league, Doris, has been on the uptick this era. Do you see that trend continuing?
It's hard to imagine, Kevin, that it won't unless the league makes an adjustment to bring a little bit more defense back into play. That is something you've heard Steve Kerr talk about. Have we tilted the scales too much to favor the offense? We'll see what happens.
Here's Conley, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, there's not a little bit of hesitation with Mike Conley. I know he's slight of frame, but he's thinking, I can score it in the painted area.
Now, here's Bain. Rebound by Alexander Walker. Conley left side. And a miss there on the triple.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Pass to Kennard. Fires away from outside. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Brown wide open. He fires. Off target from three-point range. The Grizzlies trailed by 15. Aldama with the ball. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
No one's ever questioned his court vision. Rose playing unselfish basketball, being the leader this team needs him to be.
They double-team Conley. Reed. And he knocks down the jumper. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Pass to Clark. Goes up on top. Still scoreless. He gets that one.
When you come off the screen that hard and that fast, so difficult to stay with Derrick Rose.
Outside Conley. The shot that time, not on target.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Takes it inside. Kennard's shot is off. Timberwolves leading by 13. Here's Alexander Walker. It's Clark with the rebound.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Here's Rose. A rebound by the Timberwolves. 52 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Conley with it. Guarded now by Clark. Reed gets the bucket.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Rose surveying the D. Going inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first trip to the line tonight. First free throw is good.
Well, an interesting thing about Derrick Rose, right? Over his career, he's been an up-and-down jump shooter, but he's been remarkably consistent from the free throw line.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
To the paint, Miller. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Brandon Clark.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. The Grizzlies trailed by 14. Right side, Williams. Misses from close range. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Conley for 3. The rebound by Steven Adams. Now Morant. A floater, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Minnesota with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. It's a 14-point game. And finished off by Edwards.
How about the handle of Anthony Edwards so much tighter? That is so good.
Morant outside. Here's Adams. Stolen by McDaniels. To the middle. Here's Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Smart on the wing. And taken away by Paul. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And finished off by McDaniels.
Chris Paul is such a natural facilitator. His ability to read angles and deliver the ball on time and on target is special.
Now here's Morant. And one thing that came from this new CBA GA, mandatory participation in the NBA Draft Combine.
Yeah, more equal access for teams to study various prospects. Player agents can't keep teams in the dark like in the past. That makes for a more level playing field.
Now here's Paul. Following the missed shot by Jaren Jackson. Morant with the steal. The Grizzlies trail by 20. It's stolen by Edwards. Lets it go from the wing. Paul's shot is off. And taken away by Paul. Here's McDaniels. And the three off target.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And a long windup and strong follow through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Here's Paul. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, to me, Chris Paul has a confidence that rubs off on his teammates. He can change the game with his attitude. He's cooking right now.
Now here's Smart. Inside. It's stolen by Gobert. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Edwards. And the rejection by Jackson. Nice shot by Smart.
Well, if there's any player in the league who relishes contact, it's Marcus Smart. You want to play physical? Oh, yeah, I like that.
Here's Paul. Takes a three. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
To the paint. Here's Jackson. Minnesota with the rebound.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
And the dunk by Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Outside Edwards. Another miss by Minnesota. The Grizzlies trailed by 16. Pass to Morant. On the wing, Bain. Over Edwards. Bain, no good. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
McDaniels. And he stays with it. Paul outside. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Paul's got 4 this quarter. Outside, Smart. He takes it in. Yep, it counts.
You ever notice the physicality that's an aspect of Marcus Smart's game? He just powers through the defense, sensational shooting.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
And here's Morant. After Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer.
One of the best to do it. Gobert adds another block to that career total. Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
Pass to Edwards. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Edwards got 11 points here in just the second half. Up top, Morant. And there's 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bain. Drops in the layup for 2.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
Hall with the bucket.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Now here's Adams. The kick out to Bain. 6 to shoot. There's the drive. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 22.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Timberwolves.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Chris Paul.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
And it's Rose with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Bain, no good. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. For 3, Edwards drains it from beyond the arc.
Swerving through lanes, I am limitless. For the ones down, I said free up.